Recording, guys. Okay, so good morning, everyone, and good evening, everyone, and welcome back in today's class. Today, we are going to be complete the last section of our customization. I specifically said that is called the scripting part. Till yesterday, we learned about what is scripting, what is customization, how many classes are there, what type of classes we can use, and we saw about the client-side script. Today, we are going to be discuss about the business rule. What is business rule in short? See my mind, come on. I'm searching business rule in Windows. Okay. In short, this is called the BR. Now, I'll give you one example here. Let's take example. I invited Bukola on a dinner at my home with his family. Bukola accepted my request and she said, definitely I'll come for a dinner. My wife cook, because I'm a pure vegetarian and my wife too. So we cook a vegetarian food for Bukola and his family and her family. Okay. She came to my home. I served the welcome drinks. Then we have some kind of a snacks. Then we go for a dinner, arrange the dinner at home, have some soup, some curry, some vegetables, some dry, some all things. And at last, we serve the desserts and mouth freshener and finally say, okay, bye-bye. It's done and dusted. Tomorrow, next day morning, Bukola called me. Hey, the soup was so tasty. I said, thank you. What is this? This is called that after eating everything, she's giving me feedback of the one product. This is called the business rule. She can give a feedback to my wife at the same point as well when she was having a soup. Wow, you make a good soup. But if she do that part, it is a UI policy. It's a client script. But she gave a feedback to me after one day. That is the business rule. Because she go to home, she digests, and she remembers, wow, that soup was so tasty. It means business rule says when you perform any activity on the database level, and after that you give an update to the customer or the client or the user, that is called the business rule. Clear fundamental here? If clear, let me go to our concept. Let me go on the top and open the business rule. On change UI policy, no, business rule. This one. Okay. So these are called the server side scripting. Why server? Because she ate everything and after that she's giving me the feedback. Okay. It is possible to use the business rule in a basic way that's simply configuration rather than customization. This is a good way for a configuration rather than the customization. Sorry,
are you sharing your screen at all?
Yes, I'm sharing it.
Okay, I can't see.
Let me share it again. Now it's look okay to you?
No, don't worry. I will log out and come.
Okay, just try to log in again then. Okay. So business rules are basically a configuration rather than a customization. But if you write something in the business rule, it mainly considered as a customization because in the business rule, we always write a script, always to perform some action. Like I'm filling a form for a ticket booking for the movie. I enter my son age is 4 years. After clicking on the submit button, I get a message. Your ticket is not booked because your son is less than 10 years. It means after going in the database, evaluating the things, then they coming back with the message. These are called the business rule. Now, if I say business rule has a majorly two sections. One section is called on which particular way you have to be run the business rule. Insert, update, delete, or query. And when to run. Both are important. If I take example, let me go here. Insert, update, delete, and query. Okay, and before, after, okay, and asynchronous. Here you can see this one. Okay, insert. Before Bicola take a spoon of a soup in her mouth, with the smell she says, wow, it looks so yummy. That is insert before. That is insert before. Before you are saving anything in your database, you want to show something to the user. Means before the operation in the database happen, you want to show the result. You want to show some kind of a validation on the user. That is called the insert before. Insert. She take a spoon of soup in her mouth, and after that she took. Wow, it is a nice soup. That is insert after. Because that is the first spoon she took it. Maybe after taking 5 soup, then she says, update after. After 5 spoons, now she's getting good taste and she says, good soup. Okay, so it is up to a developer, up to an architect, that how and in which order we have to be run the business rule. Basically, it is a business need. What action you want to perform? I am booking a ticket, and as soon as I click on the submit, I should get a message. Your son age is less than 10 years. This is insert before, because it did not go in the database till now. But if the things go in the database and after that you get a unique ID and then you get a message, then it is insert after. Now let me take you on the ServiceNow perspective. Let's go here and search for the business rule. Here, business rules, system definition. Okay. Now, if I click on this, on the new, you can see here. What is the name of the business rule? Let it be load. It's still loading. See, business rule is a server-side script. It runs when a record is displayed 1, insert 2, delete 3, or when a table is query. For these 4 actions, we use the business rule. Okay. And it changes the value on a form when the condition met here. Let's put a batch 7. On which particular table you want to run this business rule? I want to run on the incident table. Okay. When to run? Why trying only insert and this? It's not showing anything to me here. What happened? Specify the insertable filter condition. Okay. Let's take example. We're in the right place. Yep. Okay, let me do it like this. Let me put a insert here. It is missing. Maybe due to this property, it is missing that I'm not able to see any other option. That it
So
is
maybe by
before.
clicking on advance.
No,
Yeah,
it's not. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes, correct. My bad. But advanced should not work like this, yeah. Advanced is applicable for this option.
for the scripting. But
Yes,
when I tried it, so it was showing like this only.
maybe they have changed something in this property. Okay. So what it's saying, when you want to run this business rule, insert before or update before. Let's say insert before. And when I say the state is new. Okay. What action you want to do? I want the priority become high and add a message. Welcome in my world. And let me save this. What we are doing here. See, these are the minimum things you can do via business rule, but specifically you have to be used only and only the scripting here. If I click on the advanced section now, see it is complete scripting part. Let's go and create one incident. Oh, okay. And what I said, it is when it should run before insert. Means if I click on the submit button, before the ticket gets saved into ServiceNow or the database, my priority should become a high and I should get a message. Let's try that part. And let's click on the submit. Let's see it will work for us or not. My goodness, it's taking a lot of time. The reason can be maybe other business rules also running at the same time. And my business rule is not a optimized one. That can be a one reason in this case. Till this time, I should get a message actually. Okay, see, I got a message. Welcome in my world. Oh, we should click on the save, not on the submit. Let's do it again. Let me see. Now you can see. Welcome in my world, but priority is not change. Why priority is not change? Because priority has been driven by impact and urgency. It is not driven directly. See, you cannot change it, right? We have a concept called the data lookup, which we discuss maybe by tomorrow or in the next week. If I change this, then only these things will be changed. But you can see here, the message is coming very clearly. It showing you the message. After that, it is inserting the data in the service now. Now, if I click on this one, after you can put display is like you want to display the results. I want to see all the records where the priority is 1. So you can go in the action. Set value or maybe the update value you can do at your side. Abort action you want to put that it should be aborted, you can put the abort action as well here. Okay. Main thing which is be required to be understand. This is to be understand. Specify field value using the set field value choice. You want to update or you want to same as. I want priority should be, or maybe I can say priority should be same as impact. Like this. That what is the priority should become as the impact. Let me put caller should be become assigned to. Let's do it here. I said caller same as or dynamic as well. To retrieve a value, user configure the business full. Maybe by some other way you want to come this value to me, to one of my assignments, one of my approval or using within the rules. I never tried this because as I'm not a developer. So let's put a same as assigned to. Let's save this. And now let's change it to the after. Not before, let's change to the after now. Because before we done, now update, after, update. Save this. Because now your incident has been created, right? And let me add a description here and I'm updating my incident. See. Oops, nothing is working. Very bad. No idea, guys, why it's not be picking up assigned to here. Literally no idea, because it's not our, at least not my cup of tea directly. Okay, but let's come back here quickly. So during the interview, it has been asked that what do you mean by the business rule and when this field run or when this business rule run. So you can say before record gets saved, after state record saved, asynchronous are very important. It says run when the scheduler runs a scheduled job that gets sent a scheduled job queue after the record is saved. I'll tell you one example for this one. Earlier days, approximately 3, 4, 5 years before, if you join any company, you get a desktop. On a desktop, you want to configure the printer. You raise a request that please configure a printer. Server does say, okay, we will do that part. But now what have been happened in the background? If you raise a request that you want to configure a printer, request gets submitted and it go to a scheduled job. And after 10 minutes, you get an email, please reboot your system. Printer has been installed on your part. That is asynchronous business rule. And this is used specifically for the scheduled jobs only. I want that I should get a report at the midnight. 2 ways. Either you get up at the midnight and get a report. Either set up the system in such a manner that it run a report for you. Like our alarm clock. You are in any other time zone. If you put an alarm of the 6 a.m., then and you are in the roaming at the 6 a.m., it rang automatically. That is asynchronous. That is a scheduled one you have done already. Okay. And finally, display run before the form is loaded after the data has been fetched from the database. This is be used to know to see. I want to see the P1 tickets, P2 tickets, P3 tickets. Then we use this particular methods. Okay. This is purely and purely for this one, I can say, development perspective. But we should know the basics so that we can understand when we're talking to the customers, sorry, our technical teams. Clear, everyone? Let me come back here. Everyone clear? Any doubt, any question, any clarification? Yes, no? Veer, Bhumi, Abhi, Deepika, Nupur, Kachi.
No doubt.
Yes, sir, clear.
Clear? See, this will come only and only via practice. More you read, more you're able to understand this part. Okay, and you already have this book now, so you can go through and understand these things. So for the UI action also, we have a messages like this. Okay, clear, everyone, till this point? How and when to write the server-side scripts.
Yes, sir.
So multiple things are there. I'm not going in very depth of this part. That is totally up to you that how you want to do the things here. Let me come back here. ACL. Let's start this point. Any doubt, any question, guys, before we proceed further? Anyone? Okay, good to go then. I am an owner of my own house. I don't want that there's a birthday party at my home. I don't want any of the guests can enter into my bedroom. What I need to do? I need to put a lock on the top of that. Okay. But my wife can enter at any point of time in the bedroom because she's also owner with me. Okay. So these things basically, which we are discussing now, that is called the access control list. My son can enter into my bedroom during the function time period because he is my family person. I know him. But my son friends cannot enter in the bedroom. So to do that part, what I have to do, I have to put the ACL. And that is called the access control list. This is again important from the development perspective. That where to put ACL, where not to put the ACL. But if you are a developer and you want to work on any of the security concerns, specifically access security concerns, you should having a special rights called the security admin. Only then you can work on the ACL part. I'll show you one thing here. Access control list, ACL. I'm not getting a new button here, right? Yes or no?
No, Atul.
Why I'm not getting a new button here?
Because you're only admin. You have to elevate your role to security admin.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Anyone has any other thought on this? Bukola, Kane, what do you think? Is she right or not?
She's right.
Yes, Chatur.
Right. Because I just log in as a admin. I need to be logged in as a elevated role with the elevated role, not as a with the elevated role. So what I can do, I can click here and put a elevation role. It says this role will be available for the workspace list admin and it is a high security admin. I said okay. And it is be adding the privilege which end when you log out. As soon as you click on the logout, all your session has been expired. This elevated role, elevated session will be over for you. I click on the update. And my page will be reload now. And now you can see a red color button is there, box is there, right? It's a red color. It's showing that I am a elevated role as of now. Still, I'm not getting a new button here. See, I don't have a new button here, right? Let me do one thing. Let me log in as a my admin only, with my admin account only. Give me a minute. Let me stop sharing the screen for a minute. Instance password and this is my password. As this is a user created by myself, maybe I'm missing some kind of a rule here. So let me log in as a system admin here completely. And let me share my screen. Elevated role. Okay, it's already have elevated role. Oh my god. Okay, it's again showing unknown user. Elevated role 2. Okay, let me see here now. ACL. Nope, I'm not getting that option. Let me do one thing. Let me go to and make a change in the property. Polaris. This one. Let me make it as a false. So that this unknown user problem should be sorted out. Now I have a login as a system admin. Let me go and elevate it role. It's my instance issue, and with this Polaris one, I'm facing the issue. So now you can see is a lock button is there. Now I'll go to ACL. By changing that, there's a no change on the way of working. Way of working is still same. It's still similar. There's nothing going to be changed on the top of that. And now I'm getting a new button here. Okay. Now what I want to be show you here. ACL can be implemented on a two places mainly. Right word, but still I can say one at a table level and one at a field level. Anyone can enter into my bedroom and open the wardrobe. It's a table level. But nobody can open the my document, what I can say, portion in that wardrobe. That is called the field level. Why ACLs? Okay, let me give you why ACLs are required. ACLs are required to make a restrictions to the users so that they cannot see, they cannot read, they cannot write, they cannot update, they cannot delete any unrequired, or they cannot delete or do anything which is not required for them. Like when we were kids, our parents told, don't go into kitchen. It is a ACL. They put it on us in our mind. But when become younger, 5, 7 years, 8 years old, they also say, okay, go to kitchen and bring the water for me. So what they did, in the home, I can visit anywhere. That is a table level. Kitchen is a field level for me. Clear, everyone? A doubt till this point?
Clear.
Vikola, Bhumi, Kachi, Laura, Sarah, Deepika, Abhi, Nupur.
Clear Atul.
Clear, Atul.
Okay, good.
Clear, Atul.
Nice. Okay, let me come back to the same area now. Just give 1 minute. Okay. There's a lot of things has been changed in ACL, but what I know, because this topic is I don't know in much depth, but from the interview perspective, I can guide you. I can tell you that what is be required to be understand here. Because again, being now, even though you are a consultant, but still it is not required for you to understand. Customers say, hey, my X users or X group users cannot see the data. You tell the same thing to the developer. Now they put business rule, now they put client script, now they put ACL. It's up to them, not my headache. Now I click on the new here. Okay, let me give you one more homework. Read about the UI pages. What do you mean by the UI page and how it works? What do you mean by the UI page and how it works? What happened? Okay, sorry. Because this is important. If you see here, they mention type is UI page. What is UI pages? Need to understand. In this training, there's a lot of things I did not tell you actually, or I did not answer you actually, but I give you that these are the important for you to be understand. So please understand that points and read about those topics as well. Now, access control type. Type is more than a lot of types are there. And also see what is the difference between UI page and UX page. These two. I'm not sure about this thing. I'm not sure about this thing. I'm not sure about this thing. Not about this. Not about this. Little bit on the record part. I don't want that one of my user able to see a record which contain the financial statements. That is the type of record type of access control I want to put it. Like if I show you something here, this is a Excel sheet I'm maintaining. Agenda, attendance. Everybody is able to see it. But I have one more sheet here. If I show you here, unhide, see. This is master sheet for me. It contains a lot of financial data, which I don't want to show you. So what I did, it's a record. Or maybe if I open this, I hide the financials. I just put, okay, this is the total fees everyone need to pay. So this is called the record level ACS. Then on the record, what operation you want to restrict. See, ACL will not give a flexibility. ACL will restrict the user to use that particular functionality. On a record type, I want my user cannot create, cannot read, cannot write, cannot delete, cannot update the list, cannot work on the report, cannot update the report view, cannot do the personal choices. Okay, these action you can perform. I don't want, or if I take in the another manner, there's a marriage function in my house. My parents, anyone who belongs in a relationship to me as a father or mother can take care of the jewelry at a home. I'm sure you guys are confused now. Put your question first, then I'll proceed further. Yes, guys. Put your question first. Clear or confused? Why ACL is required? What I'm doing with the ACL? Okay, let me come here. What ACL is doing, ACL says I am giving access to user to perform on a record if the user has a role. Now what I'm saying, any user can create a record on a, this is important. If you put a star, it means on any of the table. Any of that table. Or if you put a specific one. That this ACL should run only on the incident. This is a table level I'm talking. And if I put a field here, actual start, this is a field level ACL. If I remove this, it is a table level. If I put any field, it is a field level ACL. And to do this part, what role a user is required? Don't think that ACL is stopping any user to do that part. No. ACL is giving a flexibility for a user if he has that role in his bucket. Clear, everyone, or confused?
So for this, we have to create a new rule, sir.
What new rule? Tell me.
For the ACL, like if I'll say like a person A is allowed to go for the field level, and however the person B is not authorized. So how can I select the specific that the person B is not allowed to access the field level, however the person A is allowed? So where am I able to
Yes.
do that?
Yes, yes, yes. So when you say person A is able to do that part, it means person A should have a role which is defining here.
So we
See,
have to like create a role here.
I'll give you. I told in the open function, anyone who belongs to me as a father or mother can do this ceremony with me. Did I said that you are my father and mother and you can perform a ceremony for me with me? No. I said anyone who belongs to me as a father and mother can do a ceremony for me. Now it includes my in-laws as well. Clear? So this role defined that who can perform this action. It is not a vice versa. I'm not that is I'm said with the ACL. I'm not restricting. No, with the ACL, I am saying if you have that rule, then perform this action. Clear?
Clear, sir.
Let me come back to here. Bhumi, clear?
Yes, sir.
Bikola, Kane, Veer, Daytona.
Yes, Atul.
Good.
Yes, Atul. Thank you.
So don't think ACL means access control list. It is not a risk. Why I'm repeating these words so that you can understand. I'm not restricting to a user. No. I am asking if you have a role, most welcome. If you are my student, you can give me a call at any point of time. If suppose let's say Avi gave my number to his friend. Hey, Atul is a good teacher. You can take a training to him. His friend called me at the midnight. I will not reply because what ACL I put it. If you are my student, I did not say to be student. If you are my student in any of the batch, you can call me at any point of time for your clarification. This is the purpose of the ACL here. So what it says, ACL allow user to specific resource if all these three are true. It did not say not. It say rule allows. Not. It did not say did not allow. It say allow access. Number one, the user has a role mentioned in the rule list. This one. Number two, condition in this area should be true or empty. And number three, if you're using any script, then if I click on the advanced, then script answer should be true or empty. Only then it will work for you. Clear, everyone? These three should be match. And now it's up to you. You can put a record, you can put a UI page, you can put a UX page, you can put read, write. Means I am allowing a user who is having the ideal role can create anything on the UX page. This is the purpose which I am doing here with this ACL. Clear, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Great. So now let me take you in a little bit out of the box functionalities or out of the box ACLs. I'm not that much smart. I can do this ACL, but someday or one day I definitely will able to show you where it's gone. Let open something or incident. Okay, let's say incident create record. Okay, let's open this. What they mention here. create a record on the incident table. What it's saying, allow creator for the record incident for the user who is having this rule. If ACL script run, true. It's saying what the rule mentioned, SNC internal. It's saying if any user who is having this particular rule can create a record in the incident table if the script run, true. This is the fundamental dimension. Let me show you one more thing. It's a delete option as well, right? This one. Let's see who can delete it. Mainly ACLs don't require much of the coding unless you want to do a specific part. So what it's saying, who can delete a record from the incident table? Who is having the ITIL_admin role? Only that user can delete a record. No one else. Just one thing we clarify here, admin overrides. Means if I am having a system admin role, then I can override this. I can delete because I am having the admin rights here. You can see delete operation. So if you read these things, maybe if I go more, what it's saying, right? What they want to write. Allow right to for the record incident if user in this role ACL condition incident state not in 7 or 8. What do you mean by 7 or 8? I told you yesterday, read about these terms 7 and 8. Tell me what is 7 and what is 8? Seven and 8 are the incident states. Let me show you. Go to dictionary. Choices. See, these are the states. These are the value. Because new is a state in change as well. And new is a state in incident as well. But this is a task table on which I'm putting a state. And I'm comparing C. It says when the value is in 700, either it should be resolved or it should be closed. Then only they can do C. Closed or reopen only. Oh my God, they have the reopen state as well now. Good. Okay, so this is the basic fundamentals of ACLs which we can understand here. Any doubt, anyone else? Anything for anyone? One of my Scrum Masters say this thing. Anything for anyone? Okay, let's come back on this picture then. Deepika, Vumi, Ditona, Nupur, Kachi, Vikola, Kane, Veer, and Avi. If you want to go through, you can read about the ACLs in this place here as well. You will get the ACL control list. I'm telling you, if you read approximately 100 pages of this thing now, you are at least entering the scripting part very easily. I'm not getting time, but my motto is to complete this book. Actually, I want to read this book completely. Multiple things are there. Scheduled jobs and other things will be there. Background scripts. This is the workflow scripts, the workflow which we done, right? If you want to write a script there, you can write like this manner. And this is called the workflow activity. In the scripting part, you can do it. Okay, ji, everyone, all fine, all good. Okay, then let me take a quick attendance and stop the recording here. Today we are closing a little early. That's fine. Let me stop the recording, guys, here.